Good evening, Derby fans throughout the internet. My name is JD Hawkins.
And my name is Rolene, and we are so excited to be here with you live at the 2026 Contenders Cup, sponsored by the Dallas Derby Devils.
Indeed. So this tournament is, of course, the inaugural. So, and as we've kind of described throughout the course of the weekend thus far, it's a tournament really in the D2 style, big quotation fingers there, fashion. So a lot of these teams, very high competitive edge, but maybe don't necessarily always get the that platform, you know, on the tip-top level. So,
absolutely.
And, you know, we've really been seeing displays of that skill and talent.
I was just about to say.
Case in point, the last game that we just watched between Nashville and Twin Valleys, what? I have nubs.
Yeah.
I have nubs. I have no nails.
Wow.
Shady's blood pressure is through the roof. It's just been bananagrams. So we are excited to bring you this next game. This is our 6 p.m. game Central Time, and this game is going to be the River City Riots versus the Texas Rollergirls Chainsaws. So this game will determine who will face Twin Valleys in the final tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time.
Spoiler alert. Go back, roll it back on the YouTube, watch that last game, and you'll see why Twin Valleys is going to be playing in that game tomorrow.
Indeed. So before we get kind of into the journey of how these teams got here, let's take a moment to introduce you to these teams, beginning with the Texas Rollergirls, the Chainsaws, number 007, Hot Pepper, number 111, Psycho Sam, number 12, Mila Gritos, number 12, La Guerra Loca, number 19, Smart Alex, number 113, Delirium Trigger, it's FTT, number 26, Tropical Mechanica, number 3, Speedo. Number 32, La Voodoo. Number 48, Spread Eagle. Number 512, Truck Stop Trixie. Number 616, Scapegoat. Number 82, Mariez Livin'. Mari Easy Livin'. There we go. 826, Metallica Breath. And number 99, Battlestar Galactica.
Texas Chainsaw will be playing in black, and playing in green we have the River City Riot from River City Roller Derby. That's 011 River Strong, 013 American Gothic, 1026 Tanya Farden, 1305 Country Jam, 14 Not Maybe, 16 Sweets, 178 Raven Darkhold, 23 Blaxican Ninja. We have 505 The Little Swirl Maid, 606 Bad and Bougie, 612 Killer Bee, 7 Smack Mamba, 72 Pixel Whip, and 85 Eternal Glam Nation, and 99 T.
We'd also like to take a moment to recognize the officials that will be officiating this game today, beginning with Orville Rec, Sirius Sarah, Oranges, Javi, Eva Dead, Sam Antics, Texas Tornado, Feral Fungi, Parks.
And we also have In Skates, Margie Ram, Effin' Ref, Guillotine Grace, I Shove Lucy, Fighting Girlfriend, Dr. Math, Andy O, and Tiny.
Thank you again to our officials for being here and today and providing us with the platform with which to have this game safely and fairly. Now, Rolene, we started on Friday at 2 very different times. Friday at 10 a.m. and then Friday at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Friday in the morning, we saw River City take on Atlanta, where they defeated Atlanta 109-76. That brought them into Friday evening, so they double dipped. They played a second game in the same day, where they faced off against Discordia. Discordia scoring 89 points, but River City coming out on top with 150, landing them in this game today. So on the other side of things, Capital City and Texas faced off at 6 p.m. Capital City 47, Texas 342, propelling them into the game Saturday at noon today, where they faced off against Twister City, and they won 214-158. So we are here now in jam number 1, where we have Eternal Glam Nation on the line, starting it off for the River City Riot, and Tropical Mechanica for the Chainsaws.
Yes, I think I think the Texas Chainsaws have it out for anybody with the name City in their name. However, River City has received that message and now has the first lead of the game.
So Glam Nation looking for an opening, and kind of a collapse at the back of the pack there is going to trigger that call off. However, was unable to stop Mechanica. 2 points on the board to open it up for the Chainsaws. So we'll head into this next jam and get everything lined up. You know, a really interesting collision there right off the bat. So both of these teams definitely having to kind of fight a little bit more scrappy games.
Absolutely.
On this side of the bracket.
Both teams have definitely been watching their opponents. They have been seeing their gameplay, seeing what's going on at the Contenders Cup, and are, I think, coming in with agendas. And so next for Jam 2, we do have Eternal Glam Nation, but it is going to be a power start. Eternal Glam Nation is in the box for a back block, and that is Truck Stop Trixie on the track right now for Texas Chainsaws. Your Soul Jammer in play.
So right now, Eternal Glam Nation is standing in the box, pending that release as Truck Stop Trixie looks to complete the initial. Does so. Truck Stop Trixie is lead right as Eternal Glam Nation joins everyone on the track. Will be, of course, making that initial. So Truck Stop Trixie with a little bit of time, but is going to go ahead and opt to call that. So 0 points on that pass for the Riot. And we are looking to see, never mind, I'm sorry. 2 points will be recorded. So 2 points there for the Riot. And it does look like, let me see. Or I'm sorry.
I think there was 2 points to the Chainsaws.
2 points to the Chainsaws. Okay. Yep. And we're going to go ahead and start with jam number 3, Smack Mama for River City Riot, Speed O for the Chainsaws. River City Riot in the green, looking for an opening on the outside, not quite going to find it. On the inside, though, Speedo trying to push against that tripod of River City. That tripod being anchored in the center by Blaxican. Blaxican, a receiver of many a star pass and the anchor of a lot of blocking formations. Penalty sending one of Texas blockers to the penalty box. Out first is going to be Smack Mamba. Following quickly is Speedo. Speedo entering the pack. Let's see if the call-off happened in time. And we will see points for Texas at 2.
Smack Mamba just blamming through for that initial and getting that lead.
All right, and yep, we are going to have a confirmation of points from our officials. 3 points going up on the board for the Riot. So right now, very close game. So we're sitting 5-6. So this has the makings to be very similar to our last, and we want to welcome everyone into the chat for this game as well. Cheer for your teams, have some excitement. This is the last of the progression bracket games for the day. We do have one more game after this, but these games will be the ones that let us know who is going to move on to that 1-2 game.
Absolutely.
Jam is called off for a injury on the track. Out of respect for the skater, we will pan separately, and we'll take this moment to share a little love.
Let you know about some of our sponsors. We got some sponsors here for you. First off, want to let you know that the Jam Line sponsor for both sides of both the Contender Cup and right behind us on the MRDA track as well, the Western Hemisphere Cup, that's Jamie K Creative. Jamie K Creative, if you're looking for graphic design services, check out Jamie K Creative. They are passionate about helping humans like you bring the creative side of your business to life, from logos, branding, to digital and web design, and even print and packaging. Jamie K Creative is ready to turn your idea into something tangible. You can check them out at jamiekcreative.com.
And if you've been listening to the Western Hemisphere Cup on the other side of the building, and you've heard the wonderful announcing of one Lady Tally, then you've already met Jamie K of Jamie K Creative.
Wow, so talented.
Surprise.
Both on and off the track. Hey.
All right, looks like the track has been cleared. Skater moving off under their own power. We wish all the positive vibes.
Absolutely, and big shout out to our medics for keeping everyone safe and happy and healthy and ready to roll.
We're going to start this next jam up with Pixel Whip wearing the star for the River City Riot, Scapegoat for the Chainsaws. Scapegoat looking for the outside, not going to quite find it. Moving towards the front of the pack, going to be Pixel Whip. Pixel Whip with 2 blockers left to go through turn number 1, 1 left, and lead through the top of the apex. Scapegoat still in the pack, has done a bit of a stash situation. So, and the blockers, River City just waterfalling, trying to catch Scapegoat all the way up through the top of that apex.
Absolutely. I believe that's 271, by the way. That's Lisness Casual. They were not on our list, but they are on the track, so I'm going to give them a big circle. Lisness out there doing what Lisness does.
And Pixel Whip through on the scoring pass. We will see a total of, it looks like 3 points. Gonna go to River City.
4 points. 4 points, maybe?
Oh, 4? 4. Has not quite updated just yet.
That's all right. That's going to give us a lead change. River City now in the lead, 9 points to 6.
If you're playing along at home, that means we hydrate.
Absolutely, as you should be anyways.
No pass or a not earned pass. Wait, revoked. So lead jammer going to be Tropical Mechanica for the Chainsaws. Jamming is Tanya Farting for the Riot.
Gotta love that name.
Mechanica looking for the inside line on lane 1, recycling there out. We thought it was going to be on initial, but a track cut being assessed to Tanya Farting.
Ooh.
Tanya will take a seat in our penalty box. Meanwhile, Power Jam now for Tropical Mechanica and the Chainsaws.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the second Power Jam for the Texas Chainsaws. They made good work of that first one. We'll see what happens, and there you have it. So far, a lead change in this jam.
Seeing a little bit of movement there. On the outside, some toe-stop work, moving through. Tripod reforms by River City, and Chainsaws camped out, waiting. Tanya Farting now returning to the track at the bottom of the pack. And now we're going to have this set blocking formation. So now you see the tripod set up. You see the little bit of the mini bridge. And now the bridge broken. Pack collapses. Tanya Farting taking advantage of the opening. We're going to see 4 points go on the board for Tanya Farting.
I just have to say, hats off to you, Shady, for giving it so factual with such a flatulent name as Tanya Farting. It's impressive.
You know, in roller derby, there is many a creative skater name, and all of them are wonderful.
They are so creative.
This next jam is going to include Truck Stop Trixie for the Chainsaws, Killer Bee for Riot.
Y'all, it is a 1 point game.
It is. So the lead still in favor of the Chainsaws. 14 points for the Chainsaws. River City Riot sitting at 13 as this jam begins. This is jam number 7 of the first half of this game. And lead is going to go to the Chainsaws.
That's Truck Stop Trixie out there with the lead. Killer Bee giving that star over to the Little Soul Maid.
Call off there by Trixie. We are going to see 4 points go up on the board.
As the jam comes to a close, we're going to see 4 points go on the board for the Chainsaws.
There we go. I see those fingers from loud and clear right up here, so I know that they can see them down there. Just taking a moment to put them on the board. 18 to 13 in favor of the Chainsaws going into jam 8. All right, we got some people in the chat joining us here. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to see you. Happy to see that you are cheering on your teams.
Indeed. Thank you for being with us. We love being with you. Out front as lead jammer is going to be Eternal Glam Nation. Eternal Glam Nation also part of the River City Riot's regular jamming rotation. No one online should be surprised about that, and it looks like we're going to round that out.
Absolutely.
Same with Speedo. So looks like the standard operating procedure for both of these teams in effect.
And that's all right, you know. Why fix something that's not broken?
Train wreck in turn 1. Black Skin Ninja slow to get up, but does.
But we all got up, yep.
So here we see on that turn 1, very quick entry.
Close, but got to be able to land it in bounds and safely.
So we're going to be going into jam number 9.
Smack Mamba on that line up against Tropical Machina.
Mechanica both with Smack Mamba, looking for that outside. Will both reset, though. And it's going to be straight up the middle, though, is for Tropical Mechanica. Lead jammer for the Chainsaws. Out, though, very quickly. And coming up behind is Smack Mamba. Smack Mamba really the kind of jammer that is able to close that distance. And I believe I see a thumb for 3 points.
Yes, I see that too. 3 more points for the Texas Chainsaws going on the board. Score is now 21-16 in favor of Texas. And great time to let us know about some of our sponsors.
So additionally this weekend, our official review sponsor is Urban Apothecary. You can stop by Roll On Fitness if you're in sight to pick up some of their wellness products, but they are a skater-made company with gummies for focus, rest, and sleep, topical pain relievers, and bath soaks. So you can also find them online at urbanapothecary.shop.
Definitely check them out, and thank you so much for your support.
Out front now is going to be Pixel Whip. Pixel Whip picking up the lead, or no, I'm sorry, a not earned pass for Pixel Whip. No lead.
Oh, and we do have Scapegoat going to the box. So it is going to be a power jam in favor of River City.
And it is going to be a track cut now being assessed to Pixel Whip. So we will have a do-si-do situation. No one earns lead, and it will be a
full 2-minute jam. Call that a flip-flop power jam. Give a dog a bone. We're going to have full 2 minutes. Why not?
Sounds exciting. All right, Scapegoat, though, has returned to the track, as has Pixel Whip. So, again, very quick penalty flip, on both sides. Both skaters around, looking for an opening. And, again, we're seeing the tripod setup, right? So both of these teams within actually about the same distance of each other.
Yeah.
Really creating that almost the triangular fortress. Some offensive assistance, though, from Psycho Sam, breaking up that tripod and creating some length. There was a no-pack situation, or an out of the pack situation, if you will.
Out of pack.
So 4 points, though, going to go up on the board for Pixel Whip, able to finally fight through the back of the pack in that tripod from Texas to move through. And toe stops on the line for Pixel Whip. Points, and we're going to have, as of now, a lead change again.
Yes, also River City having that pack advantage, as Texas Chainsaw will be sitting currently 2, yes, and they just let 1 blocker out, so it's a bit of a revolving door there in the penalty box for Texas. River City calling it off.
No. Pixel Whip actually just happened to hit
the
floor as the natural conclusion.
You are correct. It was a 2-minute jam. Wow.
So we've got a total jam score thus far. 8 points for River City, and then 4 for Texas in here. We're going to see that entry. Pixel Whip on the outside, and just that toe stop slide through. Just bing, bang, boom. Points on up.
There you go.
So we're having officials are conferring as far as the pass there and the points. So during this official timeout, also want to take a moment to shout out everybody, skaters, officials, fans, and all of our volunteers who traveled to be here this weekend. Contenders Cup would not happen without you. Thank you, Rolene, for traveling here to Dallas with us, so
from
that
the great Silver State of Nevada.
We can enjoy the dulcet tones that you provide.
Well, I appreciate y'all having me. Like I said, Dallas does it right, and I so appreciate it. It's been fun on both sides, both tracks, and it's great to be here with y'all. Also, great time to let you know about United Training Systems. United Training Systems offers expert advice, coaching, and sports education programs for developing athletes in the DFW area. That's Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you're not familiar. You can visit UnitedTrainingSystems.com to enroll now and maximize your potential.
So it does look like the jam score has changed. 12 points for River City Riot, 4 points on the board currently for the Chainsaws. We still are in official timeout, so there might still be a little bit of conversation happening, or at least making sure that the penalties, because we have 3 penalties happening in the penalty box right now. We've got 1 blocker standing, and then we have 2 blockers sitting for the Chainsaws. So Chainsaws are only going to start with 1 blocker on the track, and that's Delirium Trigger. And out first on a not earned pass is going to be Tanya Farding. And again, Truck Stop Trixie Tanya Farting in the penalty box.
No, I believe that's Truck Stop Trixie in the penalty box with a cut. Is it not?
Truck Stop Trixie
Yes.
in the penalty box with a track cut. Tanya Farting out on the not earned pass.
Correct.
Therefore,
it is a scarce pack out there. We are slim pickings, but trust me, the playing is fantastic. These players are giving everything they got. Tanya Farting getting through on a scoring pass, 4 points for River City.
and now we're going to see a full pack situation.
There we go.
You know, knock, 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 announcer curse. But for now, everyone is on the track and in a position to put some point. Well, Tanya is in a position to put some points on the board.
Yeah.
Truck Stop Trixie still on initial,
Yes.
technically.
Yes.
So we do have 8 on the board already for the River City Riot, and we're waiting to see the progression of the pack. And Star Pass confirmed. Delirium Trigger. Oh, no. Sneak. You know, they did that right in front of my face.
That was sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky.
Right in front of my right in front of my water bottle. They did that. So River City Riot now up to 12 points on this jam. Tanya Farting, a high scorer in
Yes.
all River City's previous games. So not a surprise there. Trixie, based on our official, still on initial.
Just under 10 seconds left in this jam. And those pods are definitely digging in.
So a penalty.
Yes.
Looks like a penalty may have been called towards the end of the jam. Uncertain at this time, but the jam has been called off, and we will see a 16-point jam from River City. River City now at 44. The Texas Chainsaws at 25. We are going to be going into jam number 12. We
Wow.
are coming up on the 15.5-minute mark. Can you believe that 14.5 minutes of roller derby have already happened?
That's wild. That's absolutely wild. And I know people at home are typing in the chat here. They're giving accolades to Pixel and to Trop and Texas and River City for cycling. And as we say it, Killer Bee out with the lead for River City, jamming up against Tropical Mechanica for Texas.
Tropical Mechanica is with a star stash, so cover is in hand. And around on the outside, but no, door closed by T. Killer Bee, 1 blocker left to go. That's number 82, Mari Easy Livin'.
Mari Easy Living, not making it easy. River City currently down 1 blocker. That is Bad and Bougie sitting in the box for a forearm. This jam is called off by Killer Bee.
Excuse me, it's Marizi Livin'.
Marizi Living, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Our apologies. Jam comes to a conclusion. We'll see 6 for River City. Chainsaws held to 0, and we've got a very, nice, even-looking score there. 50 for River City, 25 for the Chainsaws. For those of you that like, good, math numbers.
Quarters and halves. And
Penalty box remains empty in between these 2 jams. It looks like for the Riot, they will be sending out Eternal Glam Nation. But we are presently in a team timeout.
We are in a team timeout. Great time to let you know that Thread, Sweat, and Tears creates custom apparel for teams and leagues that want gear that truly reflects them, from fully custom jerseys to merch stores and beyond. Every piece is designed to reflect your team's identity while keeping quality, comfort, and community at the center. Check them out at threadsweatandtears.com/pages/what-we-offer. Hey.
So it is going to be Eternal Glam Nation, Scapegoat on the line.
We've seen this matchup before. Right off the bat, Scapegoat pushing that pack forward, getting through with lead for Texas. Eternal Glam Nation looking to make it out and does so on initial, just as Scapegoat is re-entering, and coming through with some blam power.
Not just glam power, but blam power.
Yes.
0 points will go up though for River City, and the River City fans oh, nope, has been adjusted. 1 point for River City.
Eternal Glen Nation was quite fast on that catch up. There we go, 3 points on the board for Scapegoat.
Jam begins. Smack Mamba on the line. Milagritos for Texas. Milagritos looking for an opening on the inside line, kind of doing a little bit of a juke through the back wall to try and find any kind of opening. River City again almost planting that tripod, and now it's set in place. But meanwhile, up at the front of the pack, we've got Smack Mamba really leaning in and being waterfalled. Oh, just now out. It was holding on by the toe stops.
Yes.
Did end up getting pushed out. Will be forced to recycle back into turn number 1.
Not maybe giving that defense and offense 1-2, trying to keep that bridge from going all the way back with the recycle. And wow, it took 45 seconds for lead to be awarded, and awarded it was to Smack Mamba for River City.
Star pass confirmed by our officials. Now jamming is going to be, I believe that's Delirium Trigger. Yep, Delirium Trigger confirming. Delirium with 2 blockers left to go. 2 of Riot City, or Riot, forced to drop the bridge.
That's T working at the top of the pack.
Penalty now being assessed to Smack Mamba. Smack Mamba will take a seat in the penalty box, and that'll be for a forearm.
Wow.
So power jam now to Delirium Trigger.
American Gothic working at the top of the pack, however getting knocked to the inside, going to the back as Delirium Trigger makes it out.
Blaxican Ninja, the last line of defense there, making Delirium work for it. Swooping around the outside, will have a skate push and will straddle. Not earn pass. Blaxican Ninja did step out, allowing Delirium Trigger to go step in front. Quick recycle there. We'll see if any points are going to go up. Looks like it's going to be 3 points for Texas.
And two for the River City.
So, all right. So we were kind of doing a little bit of some back and forth stuff at the beginning of this game. Now it seems like these teams have kind of settled. We're going to be moving into jam number 15. We're coming up on the 11-minute mark. So since we last did a time check, we've had a lot of roller derby happen. There's a lot of movement going on down there. You know what? Words are hard. In the packs, both of these tripods, firm, strong, and very flexible. Out front for lead, though, is going to be Tropical Mechanica.
Jamming up against Pixel Whip for River City. Absolutely, you need that sort of fluidity when you're playing a team that has the ability to take it and run, as we've seen both of these teams are able to do in this tournament. River City, if you would, they're on a roll on this river so far. They are opening that point spread up just a bit. It is a 13-point difference now in the game.
Tropical Mechanica, with every time having been on the track, has earned 50% lead, and currently they are in the green as far as differential. So 13 points as of now prior to this pass for Tropical Mechanica. 12 points have been scored against. So again, 1 point in the green. We love being in the green in our differentials. 4 jams total skated thus far. So we'll see that that point total change as soon as our board updates.
Absolutely. If Tropical Mechanica has anything to say about it, this point differential is going to just continue to decrease.
Especially being the fact that Pixel Whip just finished sitting out a high block in our penalty box, will return back to the track and is stashed presently. A full 4 complement. Now Texas just dropping an offensive assist, and just enough from that offense allowed Mechanica to move through the pack. Another 4 points, now a 20-point jam for Tropical Mechanica. Largest jam so far in the game.
Pixel working with the Little Swole Maid to do that star maneuvering, and Little Swole Maid makes it out right at the end of the jam. with the star. Successful star pass. However, is unable to put it into play, and that 22 points is going to be the highest scoring jam, as you said. Just a few extra points on top. Why not?
Yeah, it never, a few extra points never hurt
It's
nobody.
like Olive Garden. Tell me when you're done with the cheese. Never. More points, more cheese. Hey, guess what?
What?
It's a tight game.
Tie game. Texas Chainsaws really taking advantage of the power jam that presented itself to them with a 22-point jam going to Tropical Mechanica, and so that again will increase the differential points. So now a positive 23 differential for Mechanica as we sit in this team timeout called by River City. During this timeout, want to take a moment to again thank our official review, but also our tournament sponsor, Urban Apothecary. Again, you can stop by that Roll-On Fitness massage site. Roll-On Fitness, another one of our amazing vendors and sponsors here on site, and you can purchase the Urban Apothecary products from them, in addition
nice to
to
have.
having lovely body care services, massage, leg compression, red light. They've got it all.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for being here.
And our fans lighting up here in-house as we are here starting this jam for a tie game. Tanya Farting out on the line for River City. Speedo out on the line for the Chainsaws. Speedo trapped in the back of the pack. It's going to be out front. Tanya Farting. Tanya Farting as a lead. Forearm penalty is being called. That forearm being given to the pivot of River City. T.
T. Just T. All the T.
Tanya Farting on a scoring pass. And after a stash, Speedo able to exit, complete that initial, will be on a scoring pass as well. Will not make it though.
No.
Jam is called.
Tanya Farting saying no thank you, and also the chat loving that name as well. Of course, I mean, you just have to.
All right, so at the end of that jam, we're going to see the River City Riot put 3 points up on the board. However, we do have 2 blockers in the penalty box, T on a forearm, and then Blaxican Ninja in on a penalty as well. We'll update when that information is updated as well. And so this is going to give a pack advantage to the Chainsaws as we enter jam number 17. Jam number 17 going to be piloted by Killer B out as, or I'm sorry, Truck Stop Trixie
That's
out
Truck
as lead
Stop.
jammer, with
Correct.
Killer B following closely behind. Truck Stop Trixie looking to build on the momentum that the Chainsaws had during the change after the power jam, and we will see points on the board for the Chainsaws.
Yes, just enough to give them that lead change once again.
Another lead change.
River City trying their best to protect those points, but you can't protect what's not on the track.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
As you can see, tumbling on words, but not on skates. We have just over 6 minutes left in this first half of this game as we go into Jam 18.
Eternal Glam Nation going to jam for the River City Riot. Tropical Mechanica again on the line for the Chainsaws, and it's Tropical Mechanica out for lead jammer for Texas. Star Stash through the top of the apex. Eternal Glam Nation able to make it through, and an apex jump, beautiful.
Beautifully done.
By Mechanica for 4 points on the board, denying the opportunity to Eternal Glam Nation. What an apex jump.
If only there was extra points for style and precision, you know?
Oh.
Accuracy. That I think would cause more apex attempts.
I think that would also cause a lot more official reviews.
Yes, and that's where it gets a little subjective at that point, you know?
Yeah. Scapegoat going to wear the star for the Chainsaw. Smack Mamba for Riot. Smack Mamba starting on the outside, but moving to the in. Texas Chainsaws closing that very quickly, shifting across the track with Scapegoat. Same. Bouncing side to side, attempting to juke, but recovery here by that River City tripod has been very quick. And finally, on the outside of turn number 2, we're going to have Smack Mamba out as lead. And Star Pass quickly now.
Both teams, however, losing a blocker to the penalty box for a forearm. That's River City's pivot, as well as Texas Chainsaw's blocker.
Texas Chainsaw's blocker, La Voodoo.
La Voodoo,
Yep.
yes.
So
and the
spread
pivot.
eagle on the receiving end of that Star Pass,
Yes.
by the ways. But it's also, yes, the pivot for River City.
For River City is little Soulmate is also in the box. So River City is going to be starting without their pivot going into Jam 20.
Did score 2 points on that previous jam, so we are staying within a 3-point margin. These two teams have never been further apart, I think, than maybe like 5 to 7 points at any given moment. This whole game has been a clinic, one jam after another. So we knew that both of these teams during this official timeout, we can kind of chat about this. We knew that both of these teams were going to be, I think people throw around the word scrappy, myself included, guilty as charged. But I think, we use that word to describe teams that are really adept at moving their blockers quickly and reforming their blockers quickly.
I think the word that you used earlier was flexible, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that reforming and that just the elasticity, if you will, of coming back and being where you need to be.
Yeah, and LJ in the chat, yes, it was 20. Oh, you're right. It was 25 to 50 earlier. We commented because it was cute. So 25 points around the maximum, but still, what are we looking at? 6 passes?
Wow. Yeah.
Like that's it. So
that's it.
That's it. Listen, with the roller derby we've seen this weekend,
Hey.
I feel comfortable saying that.
That's true. That's
Out
true.
front,
We've seen it.
Lead jammer going to truck stop Trixie for the Chainsaws. Tanya farting
Out
for
on
Riot.
initial. Yeah.
So, and Chainsaw is going to continue, looks like now, to build on their lead. We're going to change a little bit of a strategy, so we're going to see just kind of the one pass. Long draw out to start, and just it only takes the space of a toe stop on that outside line.
Where there's a wheel, there's a way, all right? They'll find a way through. And that is exactly what we've been seeing this game. I am excited with 3 minutes left in the first half to see what's going to happen in the second half. What's going to happen after that locker room talk.
Exactly. So we're at this point, we are absolutely already thinking about what the second half of this game is going to look like, because if it looks like this, I'm going to need more water. Lead jammer going to Tropical Mechanica.
We do have a star pass. Yes,
receiving
River
that
City.
star. 6 points separate these two teams. Pack speed increases in through the top of the Apex. The Apex, notoriously statistically a jammer playground. And again, speed increases. A little bit of U-stars for those of you that enjoy that. Out for 4 points, going to be Tropical Mechanica. 4 points answered, though, by the little Soulmate. Both jammers now kind of slowing as they enter the pack. Mechanica very aware of where little Soulmate was in that moment, but little Soulmate now going to come out.
Found that express lane on the inside, getting through 4 points additional put on the board for River City.
So we will see additional points, though, for the Chainsaws. Full 4 more, so 8 to 8 jam.
Oh,
Again, we stay at 6 points, separating these teams.
no change in the score differential there. Just a wash as far as the points go. However, points have both risen on both teams, 67 to 73 in favor of Texas.
Both teams have only taken 1 timeout this period, so they will continue. They, at this time, have 2 timeouts each. Both retain their official reviews at this time, not used.
So far, penalties for the teams are looking like 13 for River City, 11 in total for Texas Chainsaws. So they're both fairly parallel there, and we have seen jammer penalties on either side, on both sides. And that is Eternal Damnation with the lead jammer status for River City. Scapegoat out on initial.
Eternal Glam Nation. Going to go ahead and call that off. We will see a couple. We'll see.
We're going to see another lead change.
Not a full handful, but it's enough. Eternal Glam Nation, here we see entering the pack. Tiptoe along the outside, through and gone.
Wow.
For those 4 points.
By the way, shout out to our AV for making all these play-by-plays happen. It is amazing. High quality video capturing on the track. We so appreciate it.
So with that lead change again, hydrate. Make sure you have your beverage.
Absolutely.
It is that kind of game, my friends. Out front for lead, Smack Mamba with a little dust and go.
Truck Stop Trixie jamming for Texas Chainsaws out on initial. Pack collapsing around the apex.
Both jammers, and a penalty. Track cut being called on Smack Mamba. We will go the full 2 minutes, which means this jam clock coming up on 1 minute and 20 seconds will be our final clock. Our period clock is at 0. 3 penalties for River City in this moment. So Smack Mamba, Lil Swole Maid, Sweets all in the penalty box for River City. This is going to give Truck Stop Trixie and the Chainsaws an opportunity to come back. They're doing it. 81 points on the board after an 8-point jam.
Not only come back, but also get a little in the distance, ahead in the distance there.
Blockers being waterfalled out of the penalty box now, starting with Smack Mamba. Smack Mamba returned to the track.
Bit of a run and start there, too. Get ready.
Outside at the top of the apex.
Wow, and gets through. We have 33 seconds, as I say it, left in this jam. 4 points put on the board by Smack Mamba.
Star pass now on Texas to Spread Eagle. Spread Eagle now wearing the star. Little Swole Maid, again, a trip to the penalty box. A forearm is the call.
Oh, and another call on Smack Mamba. That is a forearm as well, going to the penalty box.
This means we are going to begin the second half of this game with Smack Mamba in the penalty box.
Well, that's going to paint a very, very stark beginning for Texas Chainsaws going into the second half. That locker talk is going to be interesting on both sides.
19-point jam. So here we see Smack Mamba going through the pack, and just, again, sometimes it's just that little wiggle and the outside edge, just so clean. Right on that line, and as we all know, on his end. So we do have an official review being requested. There's
not surprised.
Yep, the official review going to be by River City. I mean, of course, this official review brought to us by Urban Apothecary. Again, one of our amazing sponsors, not just for Contenders Cup, but for also across the way at West Hemisphere Cup as well.
Thank you so much, Urban Apothecary.
So right now, at the end of that jam, we've landed a 7-point jam for River City Riots at 81. Texas Chainsaws, 19-point jam.
Wow.
92 points. So we are sitting at 11 points, separating these two teams out. Smack Mamba in the penalty box. They've marked it as a forearm. Little Swole Maid, forearm. Truck Stop Trixie is in the penalty box with a penalty as well. So, and remember, Spread Eagle had the star pass
star
there.
pass, yes.
So I know that's
it's not a jammer penalty.
It's not a jammer penalty. To be clear, Truck Stop Trixie is in the penalty box as a blocker.
As a blocker.
So, but officials are conversating, and we're going to,
we're gonna take a breather. We're gonna find out what's up. We're gonna let you know.
We're gonna let you know. In the meantime, though, we just want to say a big thank you to GSJJ for providing all of our medals for the tournament winners this weekend. Visit gsjj.com to customize your pins, coins, medals. They do pouches, lanyards, keychains, everything and more. We also want to take a moment to thank DJ MJ, who's going to be do our DJ for our after party.
Love
and
that.
You can hire DJ MJ for all kinds of events, specializing in house, hip-hop, funk, soul, remixes, anything that gets the body moving. DJ MJ has a reputation for creating unforgettable music experiences in addition to concert and club work, more personal private events as well. So thank you so much to DJ MJ for being one of our sponsors for Contender Cup. And also, we want to thank United Training Systems. They offer expert advice, coaching, and sports education programs for developing athletes in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We can visit them at unitedtrainingsystems.com to enroll and maximize your potential.
All right, so that rolling whistle will conclude the half. We will bring you the information on
Okay, so they're telling us that that rolling whistle will conclude the first half of the game and that we will be told more about what is going on with that official review when we come back from intermission. But that does mean that we are on intermission right now, so take a break, stand up, stretch, get what you need, and we will be back with just a few minutes before the second half. My name's Rolene.
And I'm Shady Hawkins, and we will see you. So, okay, never mind. As before we close out, I do want to confirm we are hearing the results of the official review in-house. So the call will stand as a forearm. Therefore, we are confirmed. Smack Mamba will begin in the penalty box at the beginning of the second half.
Didn't want to leave you on a cliffhanger.
No cliffhangers here. We're going to give it to you straight. But again, I've been Shady Hawkins.
And I'm Rolene, and we'll be back soon.
Is your business's branding holding you back? Whether you need an updated logo, a user-friendly website, or standout print materials, Jamie K Creative can help you bring your brand to life. For projects, pricing, and more, visit jamiekcreative.com.
Welcome back, Derby fans. We are proud and privileged and excited to bring you the second half of the River City Riot versus the Texas Rollergirls Chainsaws. This game so far has been a barn burner. We are separated only by 11 points between these two teams. And plot twist, Smack Mamba will begin the second period in the penalty box along with teammate the Little Swole Maid. So Truck Stop Trixie will also be in the penalty box on a pack destruction call, but as a blocker. A star pass did happen, so not to confuse everyone at home. Truck Stop Trixie in the penalty box, but as a blocker for clarity. So we found out some interesting information during halftime. That interesting information culminates around the number 5.
Number 5 is the lucky or unlucky number, depending on where you're looking.
So we've had 5 lead changes. Technically, 2 of those lead changes did happen within the same jam, but we had 5 lead changes within the first period of this game. We also had 5 penalties for the River City Riot in jam number 23 alone. So that could definitely, and we speculate that this is what accounts for this 11-point difference going into the half. As we were corrected earlier and reminded earlier, we did have a 25-point spread at one point, but, you know, we have seen the Chainsaws kind of nickel and diming it.
4 of those penalties were shared by 2 players alone, and that is Smack Mamba and the Little Swole Maid, both of them receiving 2 penalties each within jam 23 of the first half. That Smack Mamba receiving a track cut and a forearm, and Little Swole Maid receiving 2 forearms.
And then Sweets was the 5th
and
penalty,
Sweets
also
was the 5th
with
penalty.
a pack penalty
But
well.
playing as jammer, playing as pivot in the box for the first jam, going into the second half. Can only imagine what that conversation in the locker room was at the halftime, and we are going to see how that plays out in just a few moments on the track. If you are just joining us at home, let us know that you are alive and well in the chat. We are so excited to be here.
We are here for you, and we are here for Roller Derby to give you a broader picture of those penalties. 18 penalties for the River City Riot, 13 penalties total for the Texas Chainsaws. So originally, like, the penalty counts were pretty level.
Yes.
They were pretty good. We were sitting at, you know, 12 and 10, 13 and 10.
That last jam.
That last jam really kind of catapulted everyone. And that, to be said, there was a penalty as well for Texas.
Yes.
That penalty going to number 512.
Destruction
like I said,
and pack.
Truck Stop Trixie. So, you know, jam number 23 maybe not so friendly.
Not everyone's favorite jam, but again, depends on how you look at it. There's
that's
2
okay.
sides to every coin.
That's okay. It was the end of the period. Now we've taken some time. We've had some conversations, and we're going to begin again.
Let's begin again.
Let's begin again.
Part 2.
So we've got 30 seconds left before we begin the second portion of this game. Please take a moment to hydrate. We too are ready, Sid. We are so ready. Our bodies are ready. Our minds are ready. My water bottle is ready. I hope yours is too.
Absolutely.
Or whatever you choose to hydrate thyself with. And we're going to thank Thread, Sweat, and Tears. Thread, Sweat, and Tears creates custom apparel for teams, leagues that want their gear to truly reflect them. From fully custom jerseys to merch stores and beyond, every piece is designed to reflect your team's identity while keeping quality, comfort, and community at the center. You can find them at threadsweattears.com/pages/what we offer, or on the Instas, of course. Thread, Sweat, and Tears.
And
That's
if
the
you're
letter N, Tears.
Tears, yes. And if you're wondering where these teams will be going from here, the winner will be going to play for first or second place tomorrow at 4 p.m. And the loser of this game will be playing for third place at Sunday, 2 p.m. tomorrow.
So we are back, my friends, to Roller Derby, period 2, between the River City Riot and the Texas Chainsaws. River City Riot at 81, Chainsaws at 92, and we have one jammer still on the track. Again, remember, Smack Mamba beginning the jam in the penalty box has now been released. Tropical Mechanica, one of the most effective jammers, I believe statistically is the most effective jammer across the board for
Our
both of
eyes
these
are
teams.
on Tropical Mechanica this game.
Lead jammer for this jam to begin the half, and penalties again being assessed. So number 82 for Texas, that is that's Marizi Livin, going to take a seat in the penalty box. Standing in the penalty box, we have an additional Texas blocker as well. That is Lavudu.
Lavudu for a forearm.
So Texas will start with a mini pack.
Micro pack, if you will.
Ole, 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 ole.
Yes.
Ole. Yeah, see, we read the chat.
We
Out
see ya.
front as lead jammer for River City Riot Eternal Glam Nation. Tropical Mechanica is also out and jamming.
Looking to do a little bit of if I'm not mistaken, a star slash there. Getting through.
Or no.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking. Where are you, Tropical?
Interesting. I'm actually not. It's Scapegoat.
It's
Excuse me.
Scapegoat. That's what I was like. I don't see.
So
Tropical.
there we go.
That's okay.
Human beings are better doors than windows.
We are.
So out now for 4 points is Eternal Glam Nation. Eternal Glam Nation going to put the first points up on the board. 8 points now on this jam. Rather, the first points for this jam.
Correct.
Specifically.
And look at that. Coming back from a disadvantage in that first jam. Jam 2, however, River City's favor. 12 points total on the scoreboard for River City.
With that jam, that brings us to a 3-point game. 93 points for River City, 96 points for Texas. River City going to field Killer B. Texas going to field Speedo. Jam is on.
Speedo zooming up to the front of the pack right away. Killer B being held in the back of the pack by a very strong Texas pod. Micro bridge there.
Again, like we were talking about before, it is truly a defensive story that's happening on the track right now. Penalty. Track cut is the call on Killer B. This is going to be a power jam for Speedo. Now, we've seen in the first period what a power jam can do for the Chainsaws. We'll see if that trend continues here in the second period as Speedo is out, lead jammer, and 4 points going to go up on the board.
We saw it in the first jam of this half, what Texas Chainsaws can do with the start of a power jam. And so it's very exciting to see these two teams go back and forth in such a manner.
Speedo looking for an opening on the inside. Laterally moves to the in. Heading towards the top of the apex. And Speedo pushed out. It looked like was trying to time the call off. Didn't quite make the time, but did get all 4 points.
That is true. 8 points total going to Texas Chainsaws.
And the Texas Chainsaws have officially crossed the century mark. Hydrate. My water bottle's a little too far. Gotta go get it.
Don't mind if I do. Lining up for Jam 4, we have Tropical Mechanica back on the line up against Smack Mamba. Pack creeping up around corner 1. Both jammers looking to put in an application for that lead jammer status. However, we do have a multiplayer going to Smack Mamba.
Fun fact.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Jammers can get multiplayer.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can,
you
jammers. Going to be second power jam in a row for Texas Chainsaws.
They don't happen very often, but it can indeed happen. So Tropical Mechanica going to look for some space. Finds it. Lead jammer going to go to the Chainsaws. Now that lead jam acquisition did take approximately 43, 44 seconds,
Yes.
so a lot of time burned off the clock in this jam.
But Tropical Mechanica now has the speeds, the means, and everything Texas Chainsaws needs to put a little bit more distance in this score.
That was good.
Thank
I
you.
see what you did there.
Thank you so much.
Penalty box has cleared. Smack Mamba returned to the track. Smack Mamba, cover off, was looking for the star pass, may have opted differently. A lot of lateral movement coming out of Smack Mamba, but on the inside, smooth like butter.
That was very
Tropical Mechanica.
very precise for those 4 points. Tropical Mechanica going back in, and wow, almost a rinse and repeat there of the same, gaining an additional 4 points for Texas. 12 points so far, 15 seconds left in this jam.
Texas with the drawback.
Hot Pepper now going to the box for Texas Chainsaws with a low block.
Blaxican Ninja out and able to complete that initial on the star pass. Jam will come to a conclusion, and we will see a 16-point jam by the Chainsaws. We're sitting at 120 for the Texas Chainsaws. River City Riots 93. We're going to be going into jam number 5 of this second period of our what I would call the advancement bracket.
Absolutely.
So as we kind of discuss, the winner of this game will advance on to the 1-2 game. The loser will advance to the 3-4. Aw, I love a good hug. Oh, that was so nice.
That is really nice.
A little hug between, I believe that was Smart Alex, and I'm looking for a number.
I see a 2 at the end of it, so it could be Mila Grillos. I'm looking.
Again,
It's hard to tell, but either way.
Nice hug.
Thank you for hugging. Thank you.
This is, in fact, a game.
It is a game, you know?
I love it. Good stuff. All right, we're going to go ahead and start this jam after our official timeout. So like I said, sometimes we just got to get things together. Hot Pepper going to start in the penalty box with a low block penalty, so we will have a slight pack advantage to River City and Eternal Glam Nation as this jam begins. Truck Stop Trixie trapped in the pack as Eternal Glam Nation is out through, and lead jammer Eternal Glam Nation looking for that opening on the inside. Eternal Glam Nation having a lot of luck on the toe stops.
Yes, having that wonderful track awareness too of knowing exactly when is out, when it's time to recycle, you know?
What a beautiful slice inward. It wasn't a very dramatic movement, but sometimes the best movements are the most understated.
A little bit of a bunny hop there by Truck Stop Trixie, however, unsuccessfully landing it, going back to the back. But look at this. We do have Eternal Glam Nation going to the penalty box for a track cut, making this a power jam once again in favor of Texas Chainsaws. If I'm not mistaken, this is the 3rd power jam for Texas in the second half. So a little bit of proof in the pudding there as we see a wider point difference. Slightly different cadence of the second half from what we've seen in the first.
So we're also going to see the first 2-minute jam of this game.
Of this half.
Or this half.
Yeah, no worries.
Half of the game.
Half of the game.
Because there was a whole other half.
There was. But it's almost like it was being played by a whole different, like a different style, it feels like.
Almost, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I still think we're seeing a lot of the same blocking patterns because, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
So a lot of these blocking patterns are very high, a very high level and very cerebral, but also very, like we were saying, flexible. Star Pass has been confirmed to Delirium Trigger. Delirium now jamming for the Chainsaws and really turning on the afterburners to move that pack through the apex, and we are going to see points.
Yeah.
There we are. It's going to be 2, but we'll take it. 12-point jam though by River City. So River City chipping away.
Coming back up.
3 passes to collect those points. We're going to see Pixel Whip wear the star for River City.
Delirium Trigger putting 2 points on the board for Texas.
And now Spread Eagle, new jammer. Spread Eagle has not begun a game as it known.
I believe that's Mila.
So Milagritos.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
there
Pixel
we
Rip.
go. Milagritos recycling back to re-attempt the initial. Lead jammer going to be awarded to Pixel Whip. This is going to be some momentum that River City can ride on.
Yes, ride that river.
Milagritos.
Oh, star pass. Yep, to Spread Eagle.
Just wanting to make sure that was in fact complete. Spread Eagle, now jammer of record.
American Gothic in the box for River City with a multiplayer penalty as the jam gets called off. 2 points being put on the board for River City. Just etching away, getting a little closer and closer to that Texas Chainsaw's score of 122. So we go into Jam 7.
Penalties, we've bumped up to 23 penalties for River City, 17 for Texas.
There's some love there for Delirium Triggers heat in that second to last jam there.
Penalty called right off the bat. Track cut.
Wow.
On Eternal Glam Nation.
Giving yet once again one more.
No, Eternal Glam Nation being recalled to the track.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Meanwhile, Speedo getting lead for Chainsaws.
Glam Nation with the cover in hand, push to the outside, will have to recycle. Back behind Delirium Trigger. On the inside, Speedo has returned to the pack on a scoring pass. Big drawback for Eternal Glam Nation. Glam Nation now lateral move to the inside, finds lane one. Able to slide on through. Speedo, though, out as well, putting points on the board for the Chainsaws, furthering that lead by 19. Little Swolmade will take a seat in the penalty box as pivot for River City on a multiplayer. Scapegoat going to begin this jam for Texas.
Up against Tanya Farting for River City.
Tanya Farting right now the highest scorer at 23 points for the Riot. Jam on. Tanya Farting held back at the Jamie K Creative Jammer line. Up front is going to be Scapegoat. 1, now 2, now 3. The rotation of that tripod.
Meaning Scapegoat right up at the top. That Spread Eagle also fighting themselves right at the top to provide not only some offense, but more importantly, defense. Defense there against Tanya Farting. However, Tanya Farting, your lead jammer in play.
Psycho Sam going to the penalty box on a low block, and then La Voodoo also taking a seat in the penalty box. La Voodoo, though, being kind of almost that last line of defense there through turn number 2 for Texas. Tanya Farting up for 4. 8-point jam thus far for the Riot.
Sewing up that point gap just a little bit with each passing lap. Scapegoat coming in, however, Tanya Farting calling it off. And it is looking like 10 points total being awarded to River City, bringing the score to 126 to 117 in favor of Texas. 9 points now between these two teams going into Jam 9. We do have a team timeout on the track.
Team timeout called by the Chainsaws.
Great time to let you know that 888 is also a sponsor of the Contenders Cup here with the Dallas Derby Devils. Thank you so much to 888 for keeping your tournament hosts geared up from head to toe. Thank you for being a Dallas Derby Devils season sponsor and also a sponsor of this tournament. Shout out as well to Breakmark for providing a customized jersey for the raffle. If you happen to be in the DFW area, or if you know somebody here at the tournament themselves, message them, get them to get you into the raffle. You can also visit breakmark.com and get your team ready with customizable apparel that matches your style and pride. That's breakmark.com.
So after a 10-point jam, we are sitting with River City at 117, Texas Chainsaws at 126. Jam number 9 underway, and out as lead jammer is going to be Tropical Mecanica with 67 points so far.
Definitely the one to put in after a little bit of a scare there.
Apex
Wow.
jump, beautiful at the turn 1, turn 2 Apex for a full 4. Quickly, though, coming behind is going to be Killer B. Killer B able to make that initial pass, entering the pack now.
4 additional points.
Almost was able to pivot on the toe stop and stay in bounds, but balance did push Killer B out. A recovery, though. Points have been earned, 4 on the board.
Tropical Mecanica at 8 points. And just as I say it, 4 additional. Tropical Mecanica calling it off, taking 12 points back to the bench for Texas Chainsaws.
So, and then here we see out through right away on lead Tropical Mecanica, and we'll see the full kind of rotation forward there by the Chainsaws to force that push out and at the beginning of that jam. So, and again, that's the kind of rotation that we've been talking about that these tripods have been able to achieve.
We saw it almost like a gear around Marizi Levin, keeping eyes on River City.
Jam number 10 with Eternal Glam Nation for the River City Riot. Speedo for the Texas Chainsaws. Speedo at the back of the pack.
Metallica Breath going to the penalty box for Texas.
Business Casual also in the penalty box for River City Riot. So both firm tripods, no bridging opportunities as of yet.
No bridge.
The pack is just now kind of creeping into turn 1. 4 blockers now on the track for the Riot. And that offensive assist allowing an opening. Eternal Glam Nation, lead jammer. That was
that was Business Casual coming in and providing that extra push.
And a power jam now for River City. Track cut called on Speedo. Speedo about to take a seat, and now the 30 seconds will begin.
First power jam for River City in the second half.
So we're going to see River City and Eternal Glam Nation start to put points up on the board. We are now 8 points separating these two teams, and we have approximately now 10 seconds left on Speedo's penalty. And yes,
wow, slides through.
Yep, Eternal Glam Nation off of the shoulder of the Chainsaws for an additional 4 points. The game is closing.
Speedo back on the track and through on initial.
Eternal Glam Nation push to the inside. That's by number 826, Metallica Breath with the drop. But Eternal Glam Nation going to go ahead and call the jam off. We will see points. 2 points on the board. These teams are separated by 2 points. 14-point jam by River City Riots and Eternal Glam Nation.
Oh no, the chat is saying that fart is on fire.
Oh no! Arnar.
Not fire farts. Come on now.
The fire farts. Jam is on. Jam number 11, 2 points separating Pixel Whip and Truck Stop Trixie. Pixel Whip up in the front pack, getting offensive assistance by the Little Swole Maid. In the back of the pack, we have Truck Stop Trixie. Trixie off of a whip, not able to fully capitalize. Does meet into the Little Swole Maid.
That's your lead jammer. Meanwhile, River City at a pack disadvantage right now. We have River Strong and Sweets both in the box with a forearm for River City. However, Pixel Whip with that lead jammer status calling off the jam.
We're going to get an additional penalty being called on La Voodoo. La Voodoo going to take a seat in the penalty box for a multiplayer. And with all of these penalties kind of racking up, we are starting to see skaters. We've got a couple of skaters on 4. We've got one skater on 5. That is Lavudu is on 5. Number 111 Psycho Sam on 4. And then on the other side for Lil Swolmaid on 4. And then Smack Mamba also on 4. So the penalties are now starting to rack up, and we are going to start to see the impact of that with these teams with a tie game.
Wow, those 2 points in the last jam brought us to a tied game, and Internal Damnation now with the lead for River City.
Scapegoat following close behind. Eternal Glam Nation looking to make it out for the full 4 points. Scapegoat going to do the same. We are 1 for 1 in this jam, 4 and 4. Eternal Glam Nation going to go ahead and call that off. It's you know, a wash.
It's a very exciting wash, though.
It's the most. It's the best kind of wash.
It's the best kind of wash.
So we're sitting at 142. 142 going into jam number 13. We are less than 11 minutes left in this game with Killer B wearing the star for the Riot. Tropical Mechanica, their high score, 79 points.
That
for Mechanica
is the correct weapon to put on the jam line at this point. Texas.
Jam is on, and we're going to see a swoosh. Killer B squished out by Tropical Mechanica and almost the entire pack. Creating that crush, but Killer B almost found an opening on the inside, will be forced to recycle, but a penalty is called on Tropical Mechanica, and that penalty is a forearm power jam for the Riot. Of course, Killer B still on the initial. So
Killer B
and
out with lead.
Lead jammer going to Killer B and the River City Riot. Killer B throw on the inside line for 4.
4 points, and now the lead, calling it off. River City now in the lead by 1 full lap, 1 set of 4 points.
146 to 142. Tropical Mechanica is trapped, frozen in the penalty box, but is standing. Based on our information, we see that 5 seconds remain on that penalty. However, Hot Pepper also in the penalty box as well. So not only will Tropical Mechanica start in the box for the chainsaws, but Hot Pepper will be there as well for 26 seconds. So pack disadvantage as well as a power start now for Eternal Glam Nation. Eternal Glam Nation off of the line, going to look into that tripod, but River City anticipating the entrance of Tropical Mechanica, and out first. No, but a forearm is the call on Eternal Glam Nation. Lead jammer going to Tropical Mechanica.
Tropical Mechanica back on the track as your lead jammer in Jam 14. Hitting the back of the pack.
Tropical Mechanica looking for an opening on the outside. Door is closed. We'll move laterally in to find the center of the track, but this tripod rotates, keeping up. Trying again, back and forth, just looking for an inch. Not going to find it on the inside line, though. Will be forced to recycle. In the meantime, standing in the penalty box is Eternal Glam Nation, now released. Will return to the track at the bottom of your screen. All wheels on the track in this jam. Tropical Mechanica still hasn't been able to make it through the apex.
Up against T, Nat Maybe, Bad and Bougie, and Blaxican Ninja at the top of the pack.
Full pack recycles almost to the front, turning in a counterclockwise direction, pulls the pack out through turn number 4, back into the main straightaway. Tropical Mechanica able to put 4 points on the board to take advantage of those openings.
Once again, a tied game.
Tie game. However, we do have Eternal Glam Nation on an approach to the pack. Didn't quite make it there on time. We will see additional points going up. It is going to be the full 4. 8 points, and we have the chainsaws in the lead by
4.
4 points.
By 4. We saw this. It keeps flipping and flopping.
I need everyone to just take a drink of your beverage for posterity.
Please do.
You've earned it, everyone.
These teams have earned it.
Jam number 15 on, 4 points separating the teams. Tanya Farting, the highest scorer for the Riot with 23. Truck Stop Trixie on the line for the chainsaws.
And the little Swolmaid going to, oh my goodness, the box with a forearm multiplayer going to Truck Stop Trixie. This is going to be a power jam for Tanya Farting.
Tanya looking for an opening on the outside, is pushed out by a truck and trailer combo. Tanya going to have to recycle all the way back to the straightaway.
La Guida Loca working at the top of the pack to recycle. Tanya Farting now the lead jammer.
Tanya Farting recycling back almost to that Jamie K Creative jam line and meeting the tripod, a little bit of a juke through the center. Now the shoulder of Delirium Trigger. Also La Guida Loca at the front of the pack. Number 48, Spread Eagle, doing the work. Texas Bridges, Tanya Farting just making it out through turn number 2.
Out with lead.
Less than a minute left in this jam. We're coming up on the period clock. We're approaching 6 minutes very quickly. Everyone is out of the penalty box as of now. Knock on wood. Announcer curse.
Tanya Farting pushing at the top of the pack. Getting hit to the inside.
Tanya Farting going to go ahead and call that off. We're going to see what points look like. 0 points for Texas, but we will see a 3 points. A very, very strenuous 3 points.
And that math tells me it is once again a 1-point game.
Okay, everybody take a nice deep breath. Take one in with Shady and out with Shady.
Very nice breath.
Now we're going to start jam number 16 with less than 6 minutes
Why not?
on the clock. Eternal Glam Nation, Tropical Mechanica, 87 points now for Tropical Mechanica during the total course of this game, and it's going to be up at the front. Eternal Glam Nation will be forced to recycle back into the straightaway.
Spread Eagle doing that recycling on Eternal Glam Nation.
Tropical Mechanica seeming to bide the time, being very patient, testing, almost like just barely touching.
This is not a jam to be making dire decisions. Everything needs to be done well, and Eternal Glam Nation is now your lead jammer.
Eternal Glam Nation looking to close the gap, looking for that lead change. Up at the front of the pack, Lil Swolmade being forced out to recycle, but a forearm call on Blaxican Ninja, and through 4 points on the board for Eternal Glam Nation. This is I will say, now an official lead change with the jam coming to an end. Riot 153, Chainsaws 150. Pixel Whip and Speedo going to take the next whistle. River City will begin with a pack deficit of 1 with Blaxican Ninja sitting in the penalty box. Team timeout called now by River City. And during this team timeout, I encourage all of you to just
take a moment and listen to this ad read, why don't you? WFTDI is a proud sponsor of the Contenders Cup and a proud supporter of fearlessness in the insurance provider of Skater League and event insurance for the WFTDA, MRDA, and JRDA. Be sure to renew or sign up for insurance today at WFTDI.com.
Thank you for the reminder.
Of course.
Also, you can help determine the future of roller derby and have a chance to win up to $1,000.
What?
You can scan the QR code that you see on the streaming screen throughout the course of the broadcast that will take you, or you can do it at WFTDI.com, and you can share your thoughts in a survey for a chance to win. The survey does close on August 31st, so don't miss your chance. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. See the official rules at WFTDI.com. I feel like I should have read that like 3 times faster.
I know. That's okay. It's out there now, and we're back. We got Pixel Whip on the line for River City up against Speedo for Texas Chainsaws.
Period clock is now under 4 minutes as we are in jam number 17. Up at the front of the pack, we have Speedo looking for an opening. Multiplayer penalty, sending out one of River City's. Speedo recycling.
Sweets going to the box.
Speedo is out as lead for Texas. Texas now with an opportunity. Pixel Whip, Star Stash, 1 blocker left to go, makes it through. But no,
and a forearm.
A forearm call on Pixel Whip.
Carl.
Speedo jamming alone in a mini pack.
Mini pack
almost
power
micro.
jam. Laguna Loca sitting in the
A
penalty box.
track cut now
Oh!
for Speedo.
We will have that flip-flop power jam. Give a dog a bone. It is in favor now of River City. Pixel Whip returning to the track. Speedo will only have to sit as long as Pixel Whip did in the penalty.
Pixel Whip is out, though, having returned from the penalty box. Steve-O now also being released from the penalty box. Pixel Whip on on the first scoring pass.
Pixel Whip getting some offense there.
4 points on the board going to Pixel Whip. However, Steve-O may or may not have points in the pocket. Delirium Trigger, though, going to take the star. Doesn't matter. We're going the full 2 minutes no matter what. Pixel Whip, though, on the inside.
With the express lane. That was Raven Darkhold providing that initial offense to get Pixel Whip through.
So forearm is the call on Blaxican Ninja taking a seat in the penalty box. So again, revolving door in the penalty box as we approach the end of the period. So this is something that we saw in the first half. We're seeing it replay again. Delirium Trigger, though, kind of stuck in that sad place. For some people it's the sad place. For some people it's the breathing place. It just depends on your perspective. Pixel Whip, though, also kind of taking a moment in that place as the jam comes to its natural conclusion. We're going to see 3 more points on the board for River City and a full 4 for Texas. So this is going to be 164 for the River City Riot, 154 for the Chainsaws. 10 points spread between these two teams. We've got less than 2 minutes left on the clock, and we will see a team timeout called by River City.
Team timeout. The chat is going wild. How many lead changes has the chat? A lot of lead changes.
So I can actually give you a specific number.
Shout out to Thin Mint. Thank you, Thin Mint, for providing us with all of the technology to do so. In the meantime, wow, it is a 10-point game as we have 1 minute and 36 seconds left on the period clock.
So, and that lead for the Chainsaws was the first in 5 jams.
The in-house crowd is going wild. It is electric in here. We have fans for both sides, both River City and the Texas Chainsaws. Really, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all cheering for Good Dirty. This has been Good Dirty through and through.
So there actually hasn't been that many lead changes in themselves. It's mostly been this accordioning where it'll be like we get close by 2 points and then we spread out by 4, and then we get close by 2 and then we spread out by 4. Technically, there's only been, I believe, 6 lead changes thus far, but out front for Texas.
That's Tropical Mechanica out in the front with lead. Internal Glam Nation out on initial.
And I believe a out of play penalty being assessed to Texas's Spread Eagle.
That's Spread Eagle.
Jam comes to a conclusion. 3 points on the board for Texas. Texas chipping away at it. 1 minute left on the clock as I say it now. And now a timeout,
We do have a timeout
by Texas. So Texas only remaining with their official review. Also, River City Riot only has their official review remaining. So both of these teams have exhausted their team timeouts at this point. Clock is stopped at 55 seconds. This next jam will be 19. For those of you that are listening, 164 to 157, Riot in the lead. It looks like they will be fielding, I believe
that's Internal Glam Nation.
I believe that's Eternal Glam Nation.
Up against Texas's Scapegoat.
Tropical Mechanica.
Oh, just kidding.
Tropical Mechanica. Tropical Mechanica officially at 90 points.
Yes, I was about to say that is Texas Chainsaw's special weapon in this game for sure.
Eternal Glam Nation, though, has put a significant number of points on the board at 59 as well. So
nothing to scoff at.
This is absolutely nothing to scoff at. What could be our last jam is about to begin. 5 seconds is the call.
River City starting at that pack advantage with Spread Eagle sitting in the box for Texas.
And now we have Tropical Mechanica trapped in the back of the pack, squished onto lane 1 by the River City Riot tripod up at the front. Same concept, but on the outside. We see Eternal Glam Nation being crushed against the line, but a break through the back of the pack. Tropical Mechanica is out on a forearm penalty. Lead Jammer going to Eternal Glam Nation. There is 26 seconds left on this period clock. The jam clock is, of course, well above that. So if Eternal Glam Nation can hang on for another 15 seconds, Eternal Glam Nation, 2 blockers left to go, up at the front, leaning in, pushing,
at the top.
just waiting, glancing up at the scoreboard.
And the voodoo.
And that's it. Jam is called.
Oh,
4 more points are going to be added to the score. So that makes our unofficial final. River City Riot 168, Texas Chainsaws 157.
Wow.
An 11-point game.
Right at the end. We have seen it as far as 25 points all the way down to 1 point, even tie games.
We've seen tie
jams, yes.
It's like we've seen a little bit of everything, and this game was a little bit of everything. If you've been with us the last 4 hours for roller derby, you know, how is your heart? How is your blood? Are you sweating?
Go check it.
I'm sweating. So while we wait for this to become official, and it does.
There it is.
Final score, River City will move on to face Twin Valleys tomorrow for the gold.
For first and second place. Congratulations, River City. Wonderful game. Texas Chainsaws. Texas Chainsaws will be playing tomorrow as well, vying for 3rd or 4th place. It is going to be a great, both of them are going to be great games to watch through and through.
So I know that we are excited to have you join us for those games. Tomorrow our games do start at 8 a.m. though, so beyond just the 2 games that we're going to watch to close out our medals. In the meantime, you know, we're going to celebrate these skaters as they take their victory laps, because in roller derby, you know, even if you don't walk away with the W, you still walk away with community.
You walk away with quite a community, and congratulations. Here's the great derby all in all and through. Thank you all so much for being with us. Stay tuned, because we still have one more game tonight.
I know. We still have an additional game this evening. So tonight you're going to see Atlanta and Capital City just to top it all off. So we appreciate you being with us.
Absolutely.
We look forward to you know, having you on the stream with us for our last and final game tonight, and then seeing you again tomorrow. I've been Shady Hawkins.
My name's Rolene, and it's been real. Thank you all so much.